role of national and international ranking in the development of higher education institutions. This talk aims to present evidence on the impact and opportunities that emerge out of the implementation of national university rankings on universities. A case study by Samira Saeed.
Hi everyone, this is Samira Tawfiq Saeed from Iraq at Sheikh International University. My talk's title is Impact of National Rankings on Universities, Case Studies. I hope everyone is enjoying WAHIR's conference. Okay, in this talk, I will present case studies from Iraqi universities to highlight the importance of national rankings and their role in promoting universities in the country. The discussion will feature information, data, and examples of two national rankings implemented in Iraq, Iraqi ranking of universities and national university ranking. I'll show the impact these rankings have had on universities in terms of research, mainly due to the high weight allocated to research, which affected actually the strategic planning of universities. The content will answer these two interrelated questions. How can national rankings improve or promote universities? And how can the criteria and weights of rankings affect the strategic planning of universities? For this, I will talk about rankings and areas of interest, the higher education system and national rankings implemented in Iraq, and case studies of universities, and end my presentation with a few recommendations. Okay, I believe we all agree that global and national rankings aim to two main things. They aim to offer a decent demonstration of universities' performance in a variety of aspects, especially those rankings by subjects and fields. So they're maybe specific. And of course, help improving status of universities by allowing them to work on their, by showing them their strengths and weaknesses and act accordingly. The common areas of focused on in rankings are mostly research, and you can see in different rankings, like number of publications, citations, stuff like that. Second thing is academic staff, like ratio, students staff ratio, number of PhD holders, master holders, and internationalization, like how many international staff, how many international students are recruited. Well, universities are not made only for research. There are a wide range of aspects as important as research, but unfortunately not given considerable account in many rankings, such as facilities, student satisfaction, scientific awards or academic achievements, employability, web content and quality or presence, and accreditation. Okay, in addition to global rankings, there are several national rankings as shown in this table here, such as National Taiwan University Ranking, IUGR ranking in Spain, Bulgarian University Ranking System, EURO and NUR in Iraq, Pakistan Higher Education University Ranking, the Greater China Ranking, and Macedonian Higher Education Institutions Rankings. Now, why there is need for national rankings? I mentioned here four main reasons which pushed higher education systems in some countries to develop their own rankings on a national level. First, universities may not be in a position to be included in global rankings. Maybe they are small, young, not meeting the criteria. Inability of global rankings to offer a full coverage, failure of global rankings, this is well-explanatory, self-explanatory, sorry, failure of global rankings to consider universities' diversities, and global rankings are interested in ranking world-class or top universities in the world. Coming to higher education system in Iraq, there are two ministries of higher education, one in central government and another in Kurdistan region government, which is the northern part of Iraq. Higher education institutions include technical institutes and universities, public and private. University education, bachelor degree, 4 to 6 years, technical education, 2 years. The types of degrees offered are higher diploma, bachelor, higher diploma, master, and doctoral degrees. Some figures here. Sorry. Universities in Central and South, public, there are 36, private, 47 universities, and a total of 1,729 scientific departments. Now, in the Kurdistan region, public 15 and private 15 universities, and there is a total of 630 scientific departments. Here I talk about the two rankings, national rankings. Iraqi National for Universities, this is managed by Ministry of Higher Education, MOHESR, in the central government. The first edition was in 17-18, but the idea started in 2016. Ministry, and the second one, National University Ranking, or NUR, which is managed by Ministry of Higher Education in the Kurdistan region government. The first edition was in 2015-16. Okay, now the objectives of Iraqi ranking of universities, IRO, promote education process, improve university environment, improve the performance of academic staff, enhance research excellence. The third one, they improve it most probably by the research excellence, by publishing, attending maybe conferences and workshops, and presenting also. There are two levels, departmental level and institutional level. Departmental level, there are 4 criteria: students, 15%, and by this they mean student satisfaction and ratio, student staff ratio, 15%, academic staff, 20%, like number of professors, number of PhD holders, assistant professors, master degrees, and so on. Efficiency of scientific research, 30%, quality and program accreditation, 35%. Coming to methodology adopted for institutional level, there are 8 criteria. Students, 15%, academic staff, 10%, scientific research, 20%, institutional accreditation, 20%. So if a university gets institutional accreditation, they will get 20%, 20 points. International diversity, 5%, resources, 10%. By resources, they mean the income and funds the university gets. Community services, 5%, and international rankings, 15%. So if a university is listed in a global ranking, they will get 15 points. Now, coming to NUR, KRG, they support universities to update and modify their vision to meet the vision of Ministry of Higher Education in Kurdistan region, adapt the culture of international ranking, focus on their weaknesses and strengths, market themselves, improve their online presence, and improve their presence in different international rankings. I will come to that later also. These are the 7 criteria. Academic staff, 10%, like this includes ratio, student staff ratio, number of PhD holders, master holders, professors, number of assistant professors, and so on. Scientific research, 37%, the highest weight here. Like number of papers published in journals indexed in relevant analytics and Scopus, books, book chapters, and also local journals, national and international scientific activities, workshops, conferences. Student satisfaction, 3%. Quality, this includes services, accommodation, green area, accreditation program, and institutional. What else? Yeah, these things. Cultural activities like art, sport activities, joint project, community services, and library. Number of hard books, soft books, soft copies, sorry, space devoted to each student. Now, how have IRO and NUR supported universities? Well, there are 4 aspects, as you can see here. I can highlight here observed in the last 2-3 years after the implementation of these rankings, where universities have demonstrated distinctive performance, as well as we shall see later, in terms of enormous increase in publications, high indexed journal, like especially those papers indexed, published in high indexed journals like Clarivate Analytics and Scopus, increase in joint projects with international institutions, and participation in international activities. I would like also to add that there is increase in number of international staff, international activities such as conferences. My data focus on a number of research and publications in a number of universities, public and private, which I have collected from reports and communication with directors of quality assurance in these universities. Coming to University of Baghdad. University of Baghdad is the oldest university in Iraq and Middle East. It was established in 1957, and it's located in Baghdad. There's a total of 6,167. Now, if you see here, IRO was, first edition was in 2017-18. Okay, so the idea was new. Maybe universities were not sure that the ranking will be announced. So at that time, and even in 2016-17, there were a total of 2,000 or 3,000 publications in Clarivate Analytics and Scopus. But see, in 2021, a huge increase with a total of 23,354 papers in Scopus and Clarivate Analytics. Something very remarkable. In IRO, it's #1 among public universities, and it has it is listed in some global rankings. University of Babylon, this chart shows the increase also of number of publications in Clarivate Analytics and Scopus. In 2014-15, it was there were 400, and then 400 again, 500, 500. But then you see in 2018-19, 900, just the double. And again, there is a noticeable increase here. University of Kufa is a public university established in 1987. It's located in Najaf. And in 2017-18, it was ranked 10 in IRO. And there were a total of 700 papers. In 2019-20, it has elevated to rank #5, from 10 to 5 in IRO. And there's a total of 2,000 publications in Clarivate Analytics and Scopus. Al-Mustaqbal University College is a private university. In 2016, here, I hope you can see it, there were only 5 papers in Clarivate Analytics and 6 papers in Scopus. And it was established in 2010. Then in 2021, there are 73 papers published in Clarivate Analytics and 155, like if you compare it to 6, only 6, huge increase. University of Soleimani, coming to those universities in the Kurdistan region. This is a public university established in 1968 with a total of 1,981 staff. It's in Group B in NUR. In NUR, there are 4 groups. Group A Group B, C, D. Group A is empty till now. Since its first edition in 2015-16, it's empty in order to encourage universities to perform well. And no university has still been qualified to fill this group, to be listed in this group, sorry. In 2019-20, there were only 346. There's increase into like within 1 year, 100 more papers have been published. University of Koya is a public university. It has 467 staff. In 2019-20, there were 67. Later, a year later, 106. It's in Group B. University of Halabja is public. If you can see here, in 2016, there were only 2 papers. One paper in 2017, two papers in 2018, and then in 2021, 64. This is something very good. Tashuk International University, formerly like it was called, named Ishq University. In 2015-16, there were only 13 papers in climate analytics and Scopus, and 11 local papers, like papers published in local journals. Then in 2020-21, 110 in Scopus and climate analytics, and 74 local. Again, increase. Komar University is a private university. It's in Group C. 2016, 17, 18, there were just 8-9 papers. Then in 2020, 182 papers in Scopus and climate analytics. Now, what's behind this? What factors lay behind this, beyond this increase in publications? Well, there are, I can say that the recent and current great numbers of publications are due to 3 main factors. First, increase of Iraqi journals and conference proceedings indexed in Scopus, which encouraged many academic and researchers to write and publish. Second, implementation of incentive systems, which is a very effective strategy implemented by many universities, and promotion requirements like Ministry of Higher Education, as part of their promotion instructions, you have to publish in climate analytics and Scopus in order to be promoted. Now, you can see here a comparison between weights given to research and weights given to students. I want to highlight something here. Now, this great increase that we have seen in publications is not fully due to these factors, to these 3 factors, but there's that factor of high weight given to research in the 2 rankings. At the departmental level, 30%, at the institutional level, 20%, in NUR, 37%. And you see in students, 15%. Still, it's good, like at the institutional level, 20 to 15, good. But if you see NUR, 3% for students in comparison to 37, huge difference. It's true that we cannot deny the importance of research and the efforts made by researchers to contribute to their fields and specializations. But there's this question, do universities exist for this purpose, say only? Well, certainly not. Universities are there to grant degrees to students after they fulfill the degrees requirements and achieve learning outcomes. Thus, our students, so there's this next question, are students who are one of the most crucial customers, given the opportunity to share their views about the services and learning process offered to them? If yes, they are considered, then by who and how? Unfortunately, most existing rankings focus on research rather than students. We have seen that publications have hugely increased in the last 2 years, 2-3 years in Iraq, due to the strategies implemented by universities to increase publications, which highly take into consideration the high weight allocated to research, as you can see. So imagine if students satisfaction is given more than 20, say, don't you think that or agree that universities will then develop strategies that target students' needs? Something maybe to consider and think about. Okay, last word about uniranks. First, congratulations to the establishment of uniranks. I believe uniranks will make a reliable and widely followed international ranking system. This is because the methodology it adopts in terms of establishing ranking committees and allowing students to submit reviews will create a fair and transparent evaluation. Then besides the criteria they focus on in terms of presence and feasibility will promote universities, certainly, and enable them to identify their true competencies. These are my conclusions and recommendations. I will start from the bottom. Rankings need to adopt a wide range of criteria to support universities in their decision-making and strategic planning. They also, especially this is for IRO and NUR, need to reconsider the distribution of weights. Well, IRO and NUR enabled so far universities to improve their research performance. Maybe there are other aspects to consider. National rankings prepare universities to recognize their strengths and weaknesses and act accordingly initially at a national level. So maybe this is an indirect call for other higher education systems in the Arab world or outside to start with national rankings to start step by step, gradually help universities improve themselves. And global rankings focus on world-class universities. So there's this need for national rankings. These are my references, and thank you very much for listening.